exposing herself at the Compo Beach in Westport and was arrested. Anna Lee Halderman. And the person who called the cops on her is in the studio now. And she goes by Beach Mom. And she started her own YouTube channel. Tiandra joins us. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So let's get into this thing. Why don't you tell us from your side how things played out on the beach that day?
Horrible.
You went there with your children?
With my children, all three of them.
All right.
We no sooner got on the beach, and I noticed right in front of me this girl and this older gentleman.
Right.
And you could tell.
How old would you say he is? I'm going to keep interrupting you.
No, that's fine. He's, I right off the get-go thought he was in his 60s, early 60s.
And she's 28, we know that now.
Yeah, and I thought that.
Okay, right about that age. Okay, she looked like that. All right. So you see 60, maybe something-year-old guy and 20-something-year-old woman. And how is she behaving? What is she doing?
She's drunk.
Drunk.
She's totally drunk. You can tell the way she's stumbling. She's stumbling all over the place. She stumbled into the beach, into the water, as I said on my video.
And at some point, she takes off her top, or do you think
she didn't?
You thought he took it off?
Okay, so I didn't think, no. And that's what got misconstrued.
Okay.
Neither one of them took it off. She was frailing around. So, I mean, her legs were going. Her arms were going. I think she actually kind of knocked her top off.
She knocked it off by accident.
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it appeared. So I waited a second. That's when I had asked my daughter if it was a nude beach. And then I noticed that she did kind of move it. So that's when I was like, but he was touching her the whole time. So again, it wasn't because she took off her top. It was because I was afraid, hopefully I can say this, I was afraid that the man was going to start fondling her boobs or sucking on her nipples in front of my children.
Right.
That's when it would be X-rated, and that's what I wanted to stop.
Okay, so...
Not that she had boobs out.
All right. And if I heard your points, and I think I did, you took a beating on social media.
Yes.
Initially, and people had a lot of nasty things to say about you. And then the YouTube video comes out, and then you had to know there was going to be more criticism.
Yeah.
And then our listeners were critical of you because they say you were, in someone else's business. But I think I was hearing 2 points in your very long-winded video.
I can be that way.
Number one, that you're not a prude, and number two, that you thought that there was potential for this girl to be taken advantage of.
Right.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay. So now, when do you call the cops?
I did not call the cops till everything was said and done. She had turned to me at the very, very end of it and said, "Where are your children?" and took down her bottoms and bent over, showing everything
vagina,
to my kids. Yes, her vagina.
Yeah, check it out. How was that? Enjoyable experience?
What kind of a question is that?
It's the kind of question I'm going to ask. The line of questioning is turning. It's taking a turn.
Frankly, I think I look better.
Let's talk about your looks for a second. You're very attractive.
Thank you.
And a lot of people who hadn't seen you before you did the YouTube video, they were like, "Wow, she's probably," one of them was, "She's probably flat-chested." People say all these different things. You're very attractive.
Thank you.
Now, with that said, I think I mentioned to this. I mentioned this on the phone to her. I said, before you come in, you have to know what I said. I said, if she wants to prove she's not a prude, she should take her top off in here. We did a poll this morning. 67% of people think you should take your top off. And I thought it was just going to be dudes. But you know how many women? Tons.
I'm not surprised.
Tons of women.
Not surprised.
Want you to relinquish them.
Sorry.
Your thoughts.
Sorry.
Well, I told you on the phone that was not a prerequisite for coming in here. Now, your husband's turning bright red.
They look good in the shirt, though.
They do. So what? Now you're going to keep doing this YouTube channel, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. Now, how often are the shows going to?
I'm going to try to do one a week.
One a week.
One a week, because I think there's a lot of topics that need to be addressed.
Okay, and the second topic is what?
Well, going to be showing your boobs in public.
Okay, so you're kind of continuing.
Yeah, just because it was kind of fitting, I thought, because of what had happened and what everybody was saying. And
right. And how many followers. You're getting a lot of followers. I mean, you got a lot of media attention.
Got a lot of views.
Yeah, you got tons of all the local news outlets, Connecticut and New York, did some sort of a story about it. So
when you're talking about boobs, you're going to get views. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we know from this, right? We've been doing this for a long time.
A long time. Yes.
It puts asses in the seats,
That's
my friend.
right.
So here's what I would say. I don't have a problem. You were worried about your kids seeing not nudity. That wasn't your issue.
No.
You were talking about sexual acts.
Yes. And even when she showed her vagina, it was that you're doing it to a child. To me, that's almost, I mean, if a man pulled out his penis, they'd be all over that. He's a pedophile, this, that, and the other thing. But a woman can do it to a child, and it's no big deal.
Hit me with some frame of reference.
So hit you with
what day was this? What day of the week was this? Because this is pretty interesting.
Monday.
At what time?
Monday noon.
Monday at noon. Okay, so now if we're really, not piling on Beach Mom Tiandra here, it's Monday at noon.
Right. There's day drinking going on
in Westport.
No, day drinking was done.
Oh, it's done.
She's hammered. You got a drunk girl. It's all out. Everything's out.
Yeah, I know.
There's some light fondling going on.
Right.
Heavy petting, as
you
they
like
call
this,
it.
don't
Remember
you?
the heavy petting?
Yeah.
Back in the day? Summer nights, my friend. Summer
High
nights.
school, baby.
That's base 2, right?
Yeah.
How old are your kids, though?
Okay, well, my one child, the one that's seen, was 13. My other two are older.
Okay, so you have adult children. You had a 13-year-old that you didn't.
How did they react?
They know me. They're a lot like me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They didn't think it was right either, especially because my little one was there. She said when she bent over in front of her, she said to me later, she was like, I should have threw a rock at her.
Yeah, right?
Whoa.
See, that's funny.
There was more to the story. After that even happened, she approached me. The gentleman that she was with, walked away, left her. And I know if I was in a confrontation, my husband would have been there right by my side. And she came up to me and she said, "You're going to hit me." And I told her, I put this in my affidavit. I said, no, I'm not going to hit you, but if you touch so much as touch your nose to my nose, I will drown you.
Sure, yeah.
So.
Yeah, getting involved. Get in where you fit in. I like it. We're beefing on the beach.
Why don't you speak English?
Can't we all just get along, Yeah, the beach is supposed to be relaxing.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
No, it was not.
super relaxing.
No.
So we're going to give our listeners in about 20 minutes, maybe not even 20 minutes. We're going to start opening the phones in about 10 minutes. We first have to do a game. We're going to keep you around if you can stay. Beach Mom joining us, Tiandra. So good stuff. Good start. This is good stuff.
And
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Oh,
Love it.
Pleasure. Thank you.
But first, Ethan, I'll take that.
Okay.
7 songs in 30 seconds.